Operational Training Manual. Why you should have one. The objectives of this lesson are that by the end of this video, you should be able to discuss the reasons why you need an operational manual and describe what should be included in the manual. You should be able to understand how it helps your business, whether it is to maintain qualities, to instruct new hires and temporary staff, and help everyone be productive. The manual is the backbone of your company. Your great service could erode as your team grows, because while the new people at the very beginning really understood as you took the time and you got the new software how to use it, as your team grows and you hire new people, if you don't have something they can refer to, then they're going to have to interrupt productivity to figure it out. If you can provide it, it makes it very easy for someone that's filling in or somebody new to have a resource to follow in order to get their job done. A written manual keeps everyone on track, and it's a plan on how to operate the business. It's great when somebody's looking at the business later when you're trying to sell it or you're trying to entice a successor, that they know it's a well-oiled machine and they can review your processes. And it creates scalability. You can hire when you need to and know that that person can hit the ground running. Now, it should be accessible. It goes through all of this processes step by step. Everybody should have access to a copy. Your team knows how to get to it when they need it, and it reduces human error. It also creates standardization. So the client gets a consistent experience, which is really important, particularly if they're a source of referrals for you. They know what to expect. When they talk about you to their friends, they get the same wonderful treatment, and that helps everybody know what to expect and trust you. And that's such an important thing with the client relationships. It helps your team maintain better service standards too. You can train them easily by having those procedures. So if you've implemented a new software, you've brought on a new product or service, the step-by-step implementation instructions are there. And once you've trained them, if they want to review them, they can go back and look, and there's a resource for them to follow so they don't skip a step. And you can delegate now that you know that they have a resource to look at how it needs to be done. There's even software that lets you track all of your clicks so that if somebody wants to walk through the process as if they were looking over your shoulder, that's available. So it helps you to be more efficient. It makes your business more valuable. And while a digital copy makes it really easy to update as you bring on new services or products, I recommend you also have a hard copy. That hard copy, if your systems all go down, there's a disaster, you lose power, something happens, there's a flood, there's weather, there's a fire, whatever it is, having a hard copy with a lot of that makes it easier to implement until your systems come back up. Now, in the table of contents for this operation manual, there's a few things that should be included. Your company values should be first and foremost. Remember, we've talked in the past about how important it is that everybody knows your value statement, and to have that proposition where they can look at it and remember what it is, again, is very beneficial for not only new employees, but also if you're looking to attract a partner or sell your business. Your mission statement, your company hierarchy. Again, think about when somebody comes in, who do I report to? Who is in charge of this particular area if I have a question about it? That's a very important thing to have. Your protocol and procedures, of course, your documented processes, detailed job descriptions for every position. Again, this is wonderful if somebody comes in and replaces someone else while they're on vacation, or you brought somebody in. They know what their job is. It also helps you when you're hiring to have a written job description. So it's dual purpose. And then emergency procedures are very important. You want contact information. This is things you should keep handy, which is the list of all the employees, their phone numbers, maybe who to notify in case of an emergency, vendor names and numbers. So if something breaks or goes wrong, or you run out of supplies, how do you reach them? Who do you use? Emergency numbers, of course, police, fire, whatever it is. Your insurance information. This is very important if you come in and there's been a break-in, or in the landlord contact, if maybe the upstairs unit is dripping down into your office space, or whatever it is, you need to have those resources where anybody that's there can find them and contact the appropriate person. Now, there should be a checklist of daily functions, whether it's cleaning, whether it's opening and closing the office procedures, what lights you leave on, which ones to turn off, how to set the alarm, what to check as far as if there's certain office doors to be left open or shut and locked. All of those things should be there. Your business supplies, again, if they find out they're out of envelopes, where did you order them from? How many do you typically order? The alarm company, in case the alarm gets set off by accident, they can call and notify them before you have police show up. The office key lock, who has keys to the office? And when somebody has left your firm, did they return those keys? That's important to know. Directions to the office. If you have somebody else answering the phones and somebody picks up the phone for you and the client asks how to get to the office for the first time, it's great to have that handy so that somebody can direct them if they don't already know. Now, irregular operations is very, very important. If your computer goes down, who do you call? The emergency, if there's an earthquake or a fire or whatever, what to take in an emergency, a quick list so that people don't forget to take the spare hard drive or whatever it might be that they need to have. Disaster recovery, all of your plan is there so that they have things to follow, how to forward the phones, somebody's injured on the premises, who to call. Those irregular operations procedures, and particularly the emergency procedures, are very important to have, and those could even be held separately in some place really easy to grab in case there is something that happens and somebody needs access to that in a hurry. Now, your workflow should be documented in what you do, whether it's in the morning you come in and you check emails, or you respond to appointments, or you call people 2 days in advance of their appointment to reconfirm, or whatever it is. Those should be documented so that there's a standard and clients know what to expect. That, again, step by step, will be really easy for somebody to step in, and it saves training time. So in summary, in this lesson, you learned about the importance of having an operations manual, what should be included, why documenting processes are important, and how an operational manual creates efficiencies. Thank you.